Since my Wawak videos are doing so well, I thought I would go ahead and do a screen share and show you my next order because I was getting ready to place another order. And I thought, why not just share what I'm going to put in my order with you and do it live right here? So I can't show you the actual cart because there's sensitive information on there, but I am going to show you the different things that I'm putting into the cart. And if I will explain why I'm getting each thing. So I don't use a script for my videos. Hi, my name is Katerina and I'm with Creative. My channel is called Create with Katerina. I invite you to watch my journey video. That will really help you to get to know me a little bit, why I'm doing this channel, and why I would love to help you guys make the best sewing, crafting, journaling decisions. And I love to share thrifting hauls, and I do upcycling, recycling, repurposing things. And so I have a lot to share. I wanted to let you know too that YouTube loves it if you leave a comment. And the last time I said this, you guys all stepped up to the plate and you left comments. So I'm so happy that you did that. And I returned myself each and every one of your comments. I own a virtual assistant company too. That's one of my businesses that I own. And none of my VAs are coming to reply to you. It is me that's doing that. Sometimes people ask me if I have my VA answering you guys or not. And no, I am doing all of that myself. I also don't edit my videos, even though my VAs, I do have a video editor. She does my shorts, but she does not edit any of these. I don't use scripts. So I know I've gotten some comments about that, saying that I ramble or I talk too much. And yes, but you know what? I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I would love if you do like my videos. I would love you to like my video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. When you do those things, it tells the YouTube algorithm that they want to show this video to more people that it could help. And they try to go, the algorithm tries to go and find the people that it should put it on their feed. So this is why it's so important for you to like videos that you like, because you want to share, right? We want to share with the world the things that we like or that we're interested in, that we want to help other people with. All right, so let's get into this video. So I'm on the home page of the Wawak, and I didn't grab my catalog, but here you can order a 148 page catalog. I get so many comments on my Wawak videos that you guys didn't know about the catalog and that you did order it and how much you love it. And I just got my spring one in the mail. I think it was a couple days ago. It was the same day that I did the video, Tuesday. Yeah, and oh my gosh, I just love getting that catalog. And I just sit down at night and I just start searching all the things that I want to learn about or get. Anyway, they're having a sale right now. We're going to go through that for a little bit. It's usually not on big things. It's usually on little things, but it's still a way to get people to the website and start ordering. So if we go down here a little bit, just yesterday and today only, they have these, they'll do a 2-day sale, right? And so they have the sale on bobbins and bobbin cases, on the Aman Sabah all-purpose thread, the poly wrap thread, pattern paper if you're making patterns, and then these threader tools, which I am going to order one of these. And so then you can just go down and it'll tell you thread by brand. I've already done a video on this, so you can go watch my video where I kind of take you on a tour of all of this. And I'll do some more. Just ask me, just tell me what you want me to do the videos on, and I'll be happy to do that. So let me go through now. I did make some tabs up here, and I have to move my camera screen around a little bit so I can see my tabs. But anyway, so the first thing that I wanted to do was order this. Let's go and see. I'm going to go ahead and just show you live how to do this one for the sale. We'll do this one really quickly. It says buy 2, get 1 free. So I'm going to click on shop now. It's going to bring me to the page where those threaders are. And it has all these threaders here, right? So I want this standard one because this is the one that's on sale. This one here is on sale too, but I don't know how to use that. So anyway, I have one and I lost it. I want to get another one of these and I want to learn how to use it. So if you have any tips on it, I'm going to follow the instructions, but I tend to sit there and suffer and try to stick, you know, my eyes, I got older people eyes. So it gets harder for me to see and stick the thread through the needle. And I do a lot of this is the bandwidth sucking up, so I'm sorry it's slow, but when you're running multiple programs on a computer, no matter how fast, I have Google Fiber, I have the fastest internet, we're still going to have a little bit of lags here and there when we're doing something like this. So anyway, I am going to, it's 68 cents, okay? And if I buy two, I'm going to get one free. So I'm going to go ahead and buy three of them, and it comes up to $1.69. I'm going to add those to my cart. So I'm going to get three of them because I'm sure that I'm going to want them in different places where I'm sewing. So that's that one. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. That's a great price. That's better than the Dollar Tree. Here's something else better than the Dollar Tree. So I definitely need another one of these. I have one of these in my photo room where I take photos of products. I have one of these in my sewing room on my sewing island. You can watch that video. I have a really cool video about my dream sewing room slash office slash craft room slash journaling room. It's 25 by 25. It's a fantastic room. It's my dream room come true. You can watch that video as well. But these, so I can never have enough of these. And 89 cents compared to $1.25. And this is a better Fiberglass. This is a better brand value, I should say. And I need one of these next to my dress maker. And now it just left my brain, of course. My dress form, you know, so I need one hanging. I want one hanging on her so that as I'm taking my measurements, I can double check them. I want one for there. And I also want one next to my hard goods station. I have a station where I set up different plates and cups and figurines and things that I sell. And I put them, and I like to use a tape measure sometimes, a regular tape measure, but these are softer. They don't scratch, they don't flip back to your hand, and so sometimes these are much more useful. So I am going to, it says if I order three of them, I'll get them for 84 cents. So that's what I'm going to do because I can never have too many of these. So that's that. That was like great on sale there. Now, the next thing I wanted to get was they had the sale on the seam rippers. And somebody told me in one of my comments that the Wawak, this one here, is the best, this one here or this one. I don't know which one, but let's look at this one here. She said it was really good. She loved it. It's just a very simple one. I am going to get one of these because, again, I need one at different stations. And so the one at my sewing machine is right there, and I like that one. I've had it for years and years, and it's been good. So I'm going to go ahead and get one of these to have at my island. And then I also want one over by where I sit and watch TV in my living room. I have a little basket there for my leather. So I have a basket with my leather cleaner, my suede cleaner and stuff. And at night, when I'm repurposing boots and getting them better and ready to sell, then I'll take old boots and work on them while I'm sitting watching TV. And this would be a great place for me to have to rip things apart. So I am going to go back here and come to this, this comfort grip one. And I'm going to order one of these comfort grips. And then I'm going to compare them. We can compare them when they come in, when I get them all in. This is a bestseller, but 78 cents. Yeah, still like almost half price from the Dollar Tree. You know, you just can't beat these prices. And I'm sure that that's better than Amazon as well or any place else. Okay, so that's that one. Now, the next one that I need to look at, because based on all of your wonderful comments, was I have a Bernina, a very high-end Bernina machine. And when I took my free Bernina classes, and one of the reasons I have the Bernina is the Bernina store is like almost walking, like it would take me 15 minutes to walk to it. So it's really close, and it's owned, it's a individual that owns it, right? It's a family that owns it. So it's a small business, mom and pop kind of place. So that's some of the reasons that I bought my machine from there. I had an old white machine for years and years and years, and I loved that white machine. I bought my white machine in 1986, I think I bought that one, and it has lasted me. It didn't break until 2021, at the end of 2021. And so I brought it in to get repaired, and they no longer have the parts for that machine anymore. That's how old it was. Oh, I love that. And it wasn't computerized or anything, by the way. Of course not if you got it in the 80s. Anyway, when I went to these Bernina classes, they said that you need to use Bernina or Schmetz. And I said, well, what's the difference? They said there is no difference because Schmetz makes Bernina. I said that in my other video as well. Well, one of the ladies commented that she also has a high-end Bernina machine, and she learned that these organ needles are less than Schmetz and better. So I am going to take her up on that. And this is the first time. So like I said, if patience is the key, and when you watch my videos, a lot of times I'm learning as we're going, and I'm finding out things as we go. And I share those learning experiences with you. And I think that that makes part of my channel just more authentic and real. So let's look here. There's 19 organ needles. Now I also noticed that a lot of these are for industrial machines. So there was another commenter who told me she has an industrial, I think she has a Juki industrial, and so she uses these as well. Well, I don't have an industrial one. So what I'm going to come down here, so I don't want to look through all these, right? So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to, let's just do this the right way. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to click on take off industrial and only have the home ones. But now here's an industrial one still. So something happened with their, maybe it says home, selected filters. Okay, well, that's okay. We'll just go ahead then. Maybe that was just a because I see mostly the rest are home. So that's fine. All right, so I need jean ones. So let's look at these jean ones. These ones, I use denim a lot, so I upcycle tons of denim. So there's 5 per package. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and just open up a new window. Let's just do a live comparison here real quick on my, let's just go to, and let me look at the jeans that jeans are. Let's look at these. So as we can compare apples to apples. So $3.89 for 10, which I never use a 10. So let's go to a 14, which is what I'd want to use here. $3.89. If I buy 5 of them, they're $2.55. And I go through a lot. I have a question for you guys. Here I go rambling, right? But I have a question. I just get these thoughts that come up, and I think you could have value from them. How do you know what needle you have in your machine? Because like I'll take out one of my micro tech needles because I'm maybe doing a scrunchie, set it on the side, and then, a week later I forget what needle that's for. Do you always put them right back in the pack that they come in? Because those are hard. Like it's hard to stick them back in there. What is your solution for that? And then also when you're using them, how do you remember which one is in the machine? That's the other thing. So anyway, this is $3.89. And let's see what we can close out of this because we got those already. Let me go back to the organ jean needles, and they're $3.90. Okay, let's go back to check. $3.89 and $3.95. So the Schmetz are a little bit less for the same size. So I don't know but you know what? Since it's only about 10 cents, I think it would be pretty smart to compare them. Would you? Would you do that? I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 1 pack of the 14s, and I'm going to buy 1 pack of the 16s. And just so I can check those and compare one to the other. Let's go back to the organ needles and go here and see what else we have. I need some more Microtex. Here we go. Microtex Home, a 10 pack. Wow. Okay. Let's see maybe it's just the jeans that are expensive. Let's go here, and we get 10 pieces in here. And I need about, I would say 12. I need some 12s. Those are $2.95 for 10. I will tell you, without even checking on Schmetz, that's going to be better price. Let's just check, though. Let's always just go check. So let's go back on our Schmetz, and let's go to our Microtex here. Should come up pretty quick here. I usually find them pretty fast, and oh, not even here. I know we have them. Microtex, there's one. Okay, so let's look at this one, and we had a size 12, right? Is that what? Yeah, and they're $3.18 for 5, so it's going to be $6.40 ish. Okay, compare. Wow, that is, she was totally right, wasn't she? Okay, I am going to try these. I will try a number 12. I don't think I need the 14. I think I'm just going to try the number 12 for now. And let's go back here and see if there's anything else. The other ones that I like to use is the, I need the ballpoint, but and I never change. See, I have the top stitch. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think too. On the top stitch, I don't never change my needle out because it takes time, and I'm doing multiple, like I'm doing things in a chain, and I guess I could just stop and then do all my top stitching at once, etc. Tell me what you do, because that is kind of interesting to me to try a top stitching needle. I just use the regular needles. The other one I wanted to check in is the leather, but I'm not gonna work. I use that for my vinyl. I'm not gonna worry about that right now though, because I'm not doing anything in that right now, and I have a ton of Schmetz leather needles right now. I do like the stretchy. Where's the jersey? I like that jersey, but they have a super stretch. I like this one. This one, I like this one. I want to look at this super stretch. And how many do you get in here? You get, of course, I can't see my thing. You get 5-pack for the super stretch. And I know that Schmetz doesn't have this. So I am going to try these for, especially for my scrunchies when I'm using a jersey. I want to get this. I also want to get, well, Microtex works really good on my sateen and satiny fabric, so that's fine. Okay, they've come a long way. I remember back in the 80s, we had a choice of sharps, you know, like they were like ballpoint, and then the sharper ones that can poke through better. I forgot what they called them now. But anyway, now they call sharps the hand needles. So that's interesting. All right, the next thing is we need some thread. Now, the other thing is that a lot of commenters told me, because I buy Gutermann thread. I love the Gutermann threads. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and open that in a new tab just so you can see. I absolutely love these, and I buy this Mara one. And one of the commenters did some research and explained to us that this is the exact same one that is on Amazon, but they call it also on Amazon, but they call it Mara here. And that's because when they're selling it in the retail world, they call it also. And they're only $4.99 for all this square footage. The one on Amazon was double the price. So I love to buy the Gutermann. Now, and that's usually what I buy. Now, this one commenter had told me that she likes Gutermann too, but she really likes these Amon Saba. And so Armand Saba. So I said Amon Saba. And so I said I would go ahead and try it. So I opened it up, and we have here, it's only $3.05, and it's the same amount of yardage, etc. So we are comparing apples to apples, right? And I need some more white. So I am going to order one of those. Take 10% off the regular price of $3.39. So sale price $3.05. So they're having a sale on it. So I'm going to add that white there. And then I do need a beige. I think this might be too, no, that's too yellowy. I need like yeah, I like that one. So I'm going to go ahead and get that color. And then I am going to get, there was some other, I needed another one here, somewhere down here, one of these kind. I need that color, and I think I need this color, and they got a lot more. See, so look at all the great colors they have. And this is what I love about the catalog, because you can just sit there and really, you know, look through the colors a little bit easier than you can with these kind of colors. I have plenty of black left, so I don't need that. And I think I covered all of my denim colors that I use, but I do need a pink. I do, not that pink. I need, yikes. Yeah, I think I'm going to get that one. All right, so we're going to try those and see what those are like. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not going to get, but Mara here has so many more colors. You see that too? I mean, Gutermann, sorry. But look at all the colors they have. They just have so many colors. And so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But if you need a specific color, just look at the color chart that Gutermann has. Okay, let's go. We finished this one here. All right, now the next one is, we did this one here. We don't need the Schmetz anymore. All right, so now what I need is I need a pill remover. So let me go, I have this one, but let me go back. Let me see if it'll go back to the page of those. Okay, here we go. So these are, and you guys tell me in the comments what you think too. So now I need, I have fabric shavers and I love them. And I have these lint rollers, pain in the butt, right? And the thing is that you need them extra sticky. The ones you get from Dollar Tree only last me a day. Like I can do maybe 3 articles of clothing that I get from the thrift store. I just bought these from Amazon, and let me see. I'm trying to remember how much. Yeah, I think the one on Amazon was less. I think I got 2 for like $6. So it was a better deal on Amazon of these. So I am going to go back here. And the other thing, so I'm looking for something for velvet, because the way that we usually do with velvet is we take a glove and a rubber, the kitchen gloves, and then we kind of smooth everything out. And I just don't want to do that anymore. So I'm thinking about getting this prawn pill remover garment brush because it's specifically made like for velvet. So let's look at that. And then I would just want to look at some other things. Here's a lint brush here, but I don't think that's going to work very well. And I need something. We're a pet family, and so we have cats, and I'm consistently trying to get it off, especially before I send something brand new, or even when I upcycle a product, or even my used reselling clothing. I always try to make sure I remove all the cat hair. I do make a disclaimer that I do have a pet friendly home, but I do try to. But that hair is hard, and dog hair is too. And so it's hard to always get it off. And velvet is really difficult. So, because you don't want to ruin the velvet, right? And the rollers just don't work on the velvet. So let's see what this says. Now, it's because it's a little pricey. And it says here, fine wire bristles remove pills and fuzz from knitted and woven garments. Can also be used to brush velvet. The wire is evenly spaced, so it eliminates streaking on velvet. And that's the biggest problem when I'm working with velvet, is that streaking. If using on velvet, hold the brush at an angle. Good to know. Features a mahogany block with a non-corrosive wire bristles. That's why. So it's non-corrosive. All right, so I think, yeah, because sometimes I don't, and if I get into certain areas, I don't want to use the shaver. I've used the shaver a couple times on my own stuff where I'm a little rougher, and I've cut the shaver cut my fabric. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go try this one. Yeah. Now, the other thing let's look at, I want to look at these ones here, these extras to commercial. These are called commercial. So I'm wondering if the commercial one is better and stronger than the ones that we use. Now there's 12 rolls, so you're paying $2, a little over $2 each. And at Dollar Tree, you're paying 60 sheets. I should go grab my Dollar Tree one. I don't think the new one is right. No, I think I undid both of them, so I can't tell you how many sheets are. If you know how many sheets are in the Dollar Tree one, let us know. And yeah, so this one is a commercial, extra sticky, formula to pick up lint, loose threads. I just want to know if it takes hair off too. And then it has, so each box contains 12 4-inch lint rollers for a total of 270 lint roller sheets, and each roll contains 60 sheets. I think the ones from Dollar Tree are 40 sheets. And then, oh, look at this one. They have this kind. This is so they have the handle thing to put them on. I'm wondering, so when you first buy it, do you get the handle with it? I think you do. Oh, it doesn't say that. Oh, available for purchase with commercial lint roller handle and rolls or lint roller. So you can buy either this replacement handle, And I probably have plenty of those. Well, no. And the ones from Dollar Tree are really cheap and they break. Um, I also have some from TJ Maxx that I got, which was a more higher end brand, but I think they also don't have that replaceable thingy. This one I like because this one would be coverage. Like, yeah, I think I'm going to get this one because that's a easier way for me to roll. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get that. And they'll always put some other suggestions down here for you, which is kind of cool because sometimes you forget what you want to buy. Like I'm so tempted to do the bias, but I just don't know if I can learn. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or just keep buying bias tape myself and not make my own. And of course, this is my favorite. Like I said in my last video, the 10 favorite things that I've bought from Wawak. This is absolutely on the top, the Wawak rotary cutter for $9.88. I love that. I use it more than I use my Olfa, more than I use my Fiskars. I always reach for this Wawak one. And I don't know, for some reason in my hand, in my arm, I have a rotary cuff injury. But for some reason, this one does not hurt me like the others do. And it doesn't even look like it's made fancy or anything. Okay, so that was that one. The next thing that I have to get, of course, is my interfacing. Now, this one here, people absolutely love. I got so many comments on my videos about how much people love the Profuse and how much less expensive it is than the Pellon, it's the Pellon SF101. So the Shape Flex woven fusible one, right? So this one is comparable to this one. This is a bestseller and I believe it's way less, but I don't need that right now. I always need Pellon FF77 Flex Foam. So what the Flex Foam is like Soft and Stable. So if you buy Soft and Stable, that is a product you can buy directly from Soft and Stable's website, but then you have to pay shipping. And if you're a Prime member on Amazon, you can buy, she sells it on Amazon. And that's what I need to do a video explain to you how Amazon really works. Because a lot of people won't buy from Amazon, but you're just hurting sellers like her. So she puts her Soft and Stable brand on Amazon so that you can get the free shipping from her. And so it's like, yeah, so you don't buy it from her company because you have to pay shipping. You won't buy it from Amazon because you don't like Amazon. And yet she's the one that's going to make the money from that. Amazon makes a small, tiny percentage of a commission. Of course, it adds up when you have millions of sellers. But this is way less expensive from Wawak, this Pellon FF77. And I like it better because it's a little bit harder. I don't want to say stiff. Yeah, maybe it is stiff. But this is what I make my book sleeves with. And I don't quilt my book sleeves anymore. I don't do quilting on my book sleeves. And I like to use this because the quilting batting just makes the book sleeves too loose and too flimsy. This makes them really nice. This is great for Kindle sleeves, laptop sleeves, all of that kind of stuff where you want some sturdiness in the product. So I'm going to go here and I can buy 10 yards of the 20-inch 10 yards for $68, or I can buy just one sheet for $60, which I don't need. So I have to buy the $68. And this is going to bring me over the $99 free shipping anyway. So this one here, one of my granddaughters was walking by the film here. I am going to add that to the cart. So that there now. Okay, so I want to show you my cart, but I can't. I'm sorry, because it has my part of my credit card number and my address on there. But here are just some, if you need fusible, it's right here. I love the fusible interfacing tape. Oh, I know there is one other thing I need. I need the melt away. I didn't get that for you. Sorry. Let me go up here and do, I think it's called melt away tape. I don't know. Let's find out. I might be wrong. Yeah, here we go. Wash away. So I need some of this. I love this. If you haven't used this, this is amazing. And it just washes right away. It dissolves in water. It leaves no residue. And it's so great, especially in bags. Now in bags, it's not going to wash away because people typically don't wash the bags, but I love this too. I stabilize so many pieces, especially when you're using when I'm using my webbing and want to sew up and around on the bag itself. This helps so much with keeping it in place. The other thing I do use is fabric glue, but this is a lot of times this is easier, and I always need this. And that's another thing I do need glue. So let's see, I want to just show you the glues. So they have the Fabri-Tac, they have the Aleene's, which I use a lot. I buy this Aleene's Fabric Fusion. I don't need it right this minute. Tack It, they have the Aleene's. I have this too. I have the tacky glue from Aleen, and I buy it all from here instead of on Amazon because it is less here and it's way less than Michael's. So I buy a lot on Michael's online. I should do a video on that as well. But these are way less expensive usually, and especially if you can buy more than 2 or 3, whatever they give you the discount on. Here is the fabric glue stick. So I love to use, and here's Aleene's fabric. So it's not, if you want to use the Aleen tacky glue sticks, those are only a few cents, like what is that, 30 cents more. So it's not bad. But typically I'll just get this because it's very temporary for me. And I bought a whole bunch of these in a case on Amazon one time. And I'm almost all out, but they were so expensive, compared to this. I think I was paying $4 each actually. But so anyway, I'm just going to get, I probably need 2 of those right now. So that was, and again, I don't need anything else. So I just want to see, let me just see what my cart says. $144.17. Oh, you know what? I can show you part of it, I think, without it being, yeah. So it says here that I have bought the one glue stick. I got the Wawak wash away, the Pellon, the replacement, the velvet brush. Oh, I have to go back and buy the, I didn't buy the lint rollers. The thread, needles, the seam ripper, the threader, and then I get free shipping, and I also get expedited. So I'll get all this stuff within 2 days because my warehouse that they're going to ship it to is in Reno. But let's go back here. I move my camera out of the way. We are going to have to go get, I need to get the lint rollers. I didn't think about that. So let's go back here and get the box of lint rollers. You know, I use them every single day, so it's just makes sense for me to just go ahead and buy a whole case of them, I'm thinking. And the convenience. I go to the Dollar Tree maybe once a month, and I keep an ongoing list, and then I go down and get the things I need. But I'm thinking, you know, it's just handier to have it all here. So I think paying 75 cents more, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting 20 extra sheets on there. Oh, standard with handles. No, I want standard with no handles. Aha. So that's cheaper then. So that's even better. So I'm going to add that to the cart, and then I'm going to go to my cart here and remove that other one because it added that there. So we are going to go 1 handle, 1 box. We're going to remove that one. Yeah, there we go, because I'm going to buy that different kind of roller, right? So let's look here. Now I have $166 worth of stuff. And I am going to order all of this after I get off the video. When it all comes in, we can do another video where I unpack it all and show you everything, and then we can do some comparison notes. So please leave me in the comments what you love to buy from Wawak. Remember to like this video. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so grateful that you're loving these Wawak videos, and I'm hoping to do it with different stores. I want to do a whole series on Michael's. I want to do another series on Hobby Lobby, another series on Hancock Fabrics, on Marshall's Fabrics, and then another one on Amazon. So those are different places that I can share with you, and that would be a lot of fun. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And don't forget, leave a comment.